Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about a new type of movement called open-close movement. And we will construct automatic door as a part of robotics construction level 2 program. Our objectives from this video are we want to learn open-close or pick and place movement. We want to construct automatic door. Let's first understand what is open-close movement and then move on to the construction of automatic door. For understanding open-close movement, let's see how the gears, when they are meshed together, move. Now in this case, you can see the first gear here is moving clockwise, while the second gear is moving anti-clockwise. Whenever two gears are meshed with each other, they always rotate in opposite direction. And this property of the gears can be used to create open-close movement. For example, a thumb and fingers. So if I attach thumb to one gear and fingers to another gear, then they will open and close together. And if I have the gears of the same size, that is gears having same number of teeth, then the movement will be coordinated and will be equal. So that is how we create open-close movement. And it is very important movement because we need this for pick and place, like emulating the hand movement. So while we pick something or while we place something, we use open close movement. So in the next part of the video, we will see construction of automatic door which uses open close movement. Step 1 of the construction is take two square plates and join them using 3 flat rotators. Now if you see here, there is one flat rotator beneath these 2 flat rotators, and that connects these 2 square plates, and these 2 flat rotators are on that flat rotator, horizontal flat rotator, and together they are connected. So that way these 2 square plates are also connected, and we get these 2 flat connectors which are used as a stopper for the door. In addition, we have joined 3 flat rotators. Here one flat rotator to create hole, here one, exactly opposite. We will have the door hinges through these holes. And there is one more flat rotator here which we will be using to connect our small gear. Let's go to the next step. In the next step, we can see assembly is inverted. Now you can see the flat connectors are gone below. So the assembly is inverted. And from the back side, we have connected a motor with motor shaft. You can see the motor shaft is coming through this horizontal slit, and the motor screws are attached in this vertical slit here. We have put one small gear and locked it at place using a shaft lock. The hole which we had created, through that we have passed one axle, small axle, and we have attached another small gear here. We have 2 shaft locks, one on the top of this gear and one below the square plate to secure the gear in place. This we will call assembly A. Now we are creating doors. We have written the instructions for one door. The second door, it's a mirror image. First, we should join the flat rotator and L connector together. Then this full assembly, that is L connector and flat rotator together, is connected to the rectangular plate. Care should be taken to ensure that the direction of nuts and bolt is correct. For example, the L connector and flat rotator, when we connect them, the head of the bolt is below here and tail is up. So tail is towards the flat rotator side and head is inside the L connector. Similarly here, head is inside the L connector and tail is towards the flat rotator. And when we connect this entire assembly to the rectangular plate, the head is outside and the tail is inside. Through the square holes of these flat rotators, we have connected one big axle. Through the square holes. The reason is, when the axle rotates, we want these doors to rotate, and hence the axle is put through the square hole. It is held in place using two shaft locks, one here and one down here. Similarly, we are going to connect one more assembly. The only difference is they are mirror images. We'll call these two assemblies as B. Let's go to the next step. Here we have two rectangular plates and two L plates. Here this side the L plate is connected using two nuts and bolts, one at top, one at bottom, and there is one spacer each in between the L plate and the rectangular plate. There is a spacer to create space. So that is in between the L plate and the rectangular plate. Similarly, this side, the L plate is connected using one bolt here. Again, one spacer is between the rectangular plate and the L plate. Here, in addition to the spacer, we also have connected one L connector. This side, no L connector because L plate's slit is already there. Here we don't have anything, so we have connected an L connector. The flat side of the L plates, if you see, are both on the outside here. This one we'll call assembly C. Let's go to the next step. In this step, we are going to attach assembly A with assembly C. So this is our assembly C. We have connected that using flat connector. These two rectangular plates we are connected using flat connector. And then the assembly C is connected here using one nut bolt each on both sides. One side it was the hole of the L connector, other side the hole of the L plate. So we have connected using two nuts and bolts. Let's go to the next step. Now here we have attached C plates using two nut and bolts here and here. Let's go to the next step. Now we are attaching doors. We had two holes created in step 1. We said that those are our hinges for our door. Through those holes we have connected the axles of the doors, and then they are secured at place using a shaft lock. One is placed top here, one is below the square plate. So now when these axles rotate, the doors are going to rotate outwards and inwards. Let's go to the next step. This is our last step where we are going to connect the big gears here. We are going to mount the big gears onto the axle and then lock them using a shaft lock at both these places. Now if you see the gears, this motor drives this small gear. If this rotates clockwise, this gear rotates anti-clockwise, and this anti-clockwise, then this clockwise. Here this is clockwise, so this is anti-clockwise. So these two gears are rotating in opposite direction. When this gear rotates anti-clockwise, the door opens. When this is rotating anti-clockwise, this is rotating clockwise. When this rotates clockwise, this door opens. So at any point in time, both the doors either open or they close. Now, one important thing, there might be a chance that your small gears are not meshing properly. In that case, what you can do is on these two axles, this is a motor shaft and this axle, you can tie a rubber band. Little tight, not very tight, little tight, so that the gears don't move away from each other and they keep on meshing always. Let's see what we have learned. We have learned the open close movement, or it is also called as pick and place movement. And then we have constructed the automatic door using the open close movement. I hope you've understood the video. Make the robot, try it, and post your comments into the comment section. See you in next video with another open and close movement robot.